It's been a busy few months, to say the least. As you can see, we moved into a new facility. And as you could see from those snippets I showed you, it's a mess. It's totally disorganized. We tried to give it some semblance of categorization and organization, but basically we moved everything in here, threw it down, and got right back to work. And the reason for that was Mr. and Mrs. Sprinter had a cross-country trip planned. They're leaving in 4 days. So we had to stop work on Sam Van and complete this van so they could make it on their trip. I did not want to disappoint them. But I learned a valuable lesson, and this is the second go-around on this valuable lesson. I will now tell my customers, do not make any plans until you have the van in hand. That's just going to be a blanket statement because we have to then rush. It's not good. It's not good. And scheduling, when you do a custom one-off, a bespoke build every single time, you are reinventing yourself every single van. I can't put a timeline on it. It's been impossible so far. 4 vans, they're all going out beyond what I anticipate the timeline would take. And therefore, I start disappointing people. No good. So from now on, don't make any plans till the van's in hand. Vans, you say. I've got 4 vans coming in under contract. I'm turning away a dozen build requests a month. And this is really eating away at me. I have got to hire employees. I've got Alex and Ron. They have given me 4 days a week for the last few months. And when we're in this new space, man, we are humming. We're working. It works out quite well with all this table lineup, the power tools against the wall. Really nice. We are moving, but it's not enough. I need more. Because what I want to also do is start production on my Mini-Me project. These are solo travelers. We'll get into that later. Back to the space. This space was the second space I looked at when I began my hunt for a new space to work in with van number 1. I went next door first. That was 2,000 square feet. It had a lot of offices and build-outs, partitions, so it wasn't appropriate for me unless I tore it all out. Then we walked right next door to this space, 3,000 feet, 22-foot ceilings, and a garage door that's 16 feet tall and 14 feet wide. I fell in love with this space. That was, I think, over 2 years ago, but I couldn't afford it. There was no way. I was only building my first van, and I had no idea this was going to blossom into such a vibrant business. So I pulled back a little bit, and I grabbed that 1,800 feet that was around the corner. My original shop is literally within walking distance of this one, all in the same industrial park. In fact, Alex and Ron pushed our shop saw around the block on a dolly. So I'm thrilled to be in this space. It looks a little tight right now, but once I get it organized, I've got all my tables. I ordered all fresh work tables, workstations. The place is going to look perfect. Then, when the tenant next door vacates, there's a lintel in the wall. We're going to cut a hole, and that 2,000 square feet will be the tool room. All of the tooling goes in that side, and this side will be all vans. I could put 4 large vans on this side, and I can put probably 4 or 5 Mini-Me's on this side. Now let me show you these Mini-Me's. Mini-Me project is a Ram Promaster City. These are the little micro vans, okay? This is mine. I've had this for about 2 years. I've got almost 50,000 miles on it. This thing is a mule. It's my little mule. I have lugged so much stuff. I built a massive shed in my son's backyard. My son and I worked a whole summer and fall and winter on that shed. All the cinder block for the foundation, we loaded it up in here. I mean, it's incredible what this thing can pull around. And I've been commuting up and down the highway to the shop. I'm 60 miles away from the shop. So I have an hour commute twice a day with this thing. It rides nice. It's a good little vehicle. And it's little, you know, I take it anywhere and everywhere. So, solo traveler, that's what I'm doing here. This is going to be a camper van for one person, an individual. And obviously, it's going to be a humble road van, so it's going to have all the appointments that a humble road van would have. You're going to have a twin bed. We're going to have a full galley with water tank, induction cooking. You're going to have heat. You're going to have air conditioning, solar on the roof, a cinema screen. All of the features that the bigger vans have. The battery system is from Lithionics. I won't be using the Big Mama Luke. It'll be it's their 315 amp hour battery. It's about the size of a tall shoebox, a little bigger than a tall shoebox. It's the same battery I put in my Pleasureway upfit. They use it in the new Winnebago Echo, and I believe it's in the Revel, the Winnebago Revel as well. It's a Lithionics 315 amp battery. Beautiful. I'll have that tied onto a 2,000 watt inverter. You'll have a toilet. Everything's going to be in here. So if you want to take up painting, you want to go travel a long weekend for photography, you want to go see relatives, solo traveler. Easy peasy. Out the door, $60,000, including the vehicle. Here's what I'm going to do with these. These are going to be semi-mass produced. I'm going to offer them in white oak and beige vinyl, or walnut and white vinyl. That's it. That way I can keep the price down, okay? It could be efficient. I want to turn these out, maybe 2 of these vehicles every 6 to 8 weeks. So if you make a deposit, get on the build schedule, 6 to 8 weeks later, you should have your vehicle ready to go. If you have a Promaster City and you want to bring that in to be upfitted, obviously we take the cost of the vehicle off of that and we do the fit on your vehicle. Actually, I would prefer it that way. But that leads me to the next point. I need employees. I need employees. As I said earlier, Alex and Ron are incredible. And I've told them a number of times, there is no humble road without you two. The work they do, the workmanship, the craftsmanship in the woodworking end of this thing, it's magnificent. And you'll see that in the tour of Mr. and Mrs. Sprinter van. They left yesterday. I am going to try to do 2 videos a week. I'll do my regular Sunday video that you've all become used to watching. And I want to do a brief update on Wednesdays. And we'll see how that goes. When I get into the thick of building, I got to focus on it. Unfortunately, the video is the thing that's got to give. I'm not doing half-ass video and half-ass build. Everything I do, I got to do to my liking. If I'm not happy with it, I'm not going to do it.